traumatized. Now, I'm speaking for myself because a lot of people. Here's my story. We have been, and I'm not excluding myself. I think the way the nursing field is set up, we're set up not to support each other, to fight amongst each other. We cannot rest in peace. Now, I'm a travel nurse, and I've traveled all over the globe. Observe over the years, and it's like 33 plus years in nursing that we are traumatized. Now, I'm speaking for myself because a lot of people would come on and say, oh, what's she talking about? I'm not traumatized. I'm not this. I got it good. I'm making all this money. Are you really making the money? If you notice, agency is looking out for themselves. Everyone is looking out for themselves. They're no exception to the rule. I've always admired the doctors or the way the male staff act. It's like a brotherhood. They come together. But a lot of female, it's always drama. And you know, one of the most peaceful places is your home. And please continue to support me. Give me a like. That's how I get noticed on YouTube. Living here. You know the story. I moved from Philadelphia to Georgia. And I wasn't going to move to this particular area, but it was a situation where the place where I was staying, they said I couldn't stay there any longer. So this guy, friend of the family, he was a trucker. He had a house, and he said that I could stay there, be my kids and my dog could stay there for a while because he wasn't home, and I guess the people were home invasion and taking his stuff, and because no one was home. So I said, okay. It was way far away from where I was living, way far away from Atlanta. I didn't know at the time. So when I had applied for jobs in Atlanta, I was commuting like 2-3 hours drive one way, home and back. But it was a place to stay, and situation happened. I won't get into it, but I decided, or he decided, due to his family pressure, that I was staying there for me to find a place. And I just had to get a place. I knew that I had rented my house out in Philadelphia, so there was no going back. All my furniture here was whatever I had come in with. It was in storage, so I had to find a place immediately. And so I went to a realtor, and they showed me this place. They showed me two, but they showed me this place. And it was the backyard that sold the deal, just seal it for me. Because it was huge, it was not a lot of trees. I've since cut down the trees in the middle and leave the rest surround me. I felt secure and private. So I said, yeah, I'll take it. Not knowing that this house was what you call a showpiece. The builder put it up real quick so that he could show the subdivision. And so I've since did a lot of work, because a lot of work in this house. Anyway, that's not the story. So for a long time, if you have been following me, you noticed my video, I didn't have any fence. And now I do. So maybe 2 years ago, a new neighbor moved in next to me. And she had 3 dogs, husband and wife, and kids. They have 3 dogs. I believe, don't quote me, I don't know if it's German Shepherd. I don't know what kind of dog they are. They're big. And you know I have a little dog. My dog, since I didn't have any fence, I got one of those collars. It's electric collar, and it's been working fine. It keeps her in the yard, and she usually barks if other people comes on it. So there was no need to get a fence. I was pretty content. So lately, the German Shepherd and whatever dogs, they've been coming around, and I was at the air conditioner and the dog just kept barking and growling. And I got scared. And then when I came out where my car is, I looked, the dog was there on my property doing the same. Because I'm a professional, I don't cause confusion. I keep to myself. Even in nursing, I'm basically a quiet person until you rub me wrong. And even then, I don't get that angry black woman that they always think. And before I even open my mouth, you know what they say. We are angry black woman. I don't get that. But the ignorance from the other sector automatically assume that we will. I just roll with the punch. And so I thought about this because I was getting scared of the dog. Didn't seem to like me, but I didn't care. He's on my property. This is an issue. And then you have in front of me now is goats. I had never knew that in a subdivision, even up north, that you are allowed to have a farm, 5 big, huge goats. And what happened is they're coming over and they're tearing up my trees and tearing up the flowers and everything. I'll get back to the goat situation in a minute, but let me continue with the dog. So I thought about it. I asked the universe what to do, and I waited at the air conditioner on the side, which they don't have fence. So when they drive in, husband and wife, I said, can I talk to you? How can we resolve this? You know, explain about the dog, that I'm fearful. I don't feel safe. This is coming out my door, seeing the dog, and he's growling. She said, he just want to be friendly, and do I want to meet the dog? I don't want to meet the dog. The dog already meet me, and he has an opinion of me without even addressing it. So I don't want to meet it. So she gave me her number and everything. And when it happened again, came out to let the dog out, the other dog was there, the one that I was scared of. And numerous occasions, I'm on travel assignment, my daughter is screaming, saying he almost hurt my dog. And we have this all on our video. We have cameras. We have that document. And so I said, how can I help you? This is a Caucasian family. How can we resolve it? And I thought it was going to be resolved simple, but when I called her again, it was an issue. My dog is nice, he don't hurt anybody. Well, obviously the dog has taken set on me. And so I decided to go to the police station, go to animal control. They send me to animal control. I pay taxes, so I feel that I have a right. But let me tell you, in this subdivision, let me give you a little history. And with Georgia, you may see the KKK flags, but they live next to each other. That's something we don't see up north. I don't go near them. They don't come near me. But the major thing I want you to take away, in this subdivision, every other house, you will see a police car. I'm assuming they work for the police department, which means they have firearm in their house. Get it? Take note. So, went to the, I didn't get to go to the animal control, but I called them, stayed in my car and called them. I don't know what happened. I don't know the result if they look into it. And I believe she said that it takes time for the dog to learn the electric fence that she's getting. My dog has an electric collar. From the first day it shocked it never go on the street. Never, since I've been living here. So I don't know how long it is to train a dog to adjust to the electric fence. Anyway, that's beside the point. He's still coming over. People come to my house and they thought it was a stray dog. They got scared because they thought the dog was going to bite them. It's obviously an issue. So I had already decided, after calling animal control, because I don't believe everybody's friends or family, and I don't have any here. So I decided to gather up all my pennies, and from you seeing behind me, I got the fence. I heard the birds. While the fence were going up, I got a knock at the door. The bell rang, and I went to the door, and it was a police officer. I heard, "Ma'am, I heard you're building something and you don't have a permit." And I looked at him with one of my crazy face. Huh? For a fence? The big sign is out there that the fence company put out so they could know. And then he apologized. "Oh, it's only a fence. I'm sorry." I didn't take it as nothing, but I knew that maybe that's their way of getting back to me. Maybe animal control went over there and said something. The other day, I went to Philadelphia. I just got back from Philadelphia. I went there specifically to do a travel assignment, but it didn't pan out. I decided I didn't want to work. I didn't need to go to work. Let me just relax and enjoy my family. Haven't seen them for a while, and that's what I did. My daughter, it was her housewarming, so I was there, and I was glad to be there for that. So I just got back, but before I got back, remember I told you I have camera. And so I looked at the camera, right? Before I left, I told the people that I had ordered something, and I was going to get some boxes, and I said I had ordered please, if I'm not here, just send it back. I mean, I told them not to ship it. Apparently they ship it before they didn't read the message, and FedEx. Apparently FedEx left it over her house, Caucasian with the 3 dogs, German Shepherd. And yesterday I looked at the camera and saw the husband walked the block with a big box, and at my mailbox with a lot of force throw the box down. And I was so irate. I thought about how evil, because she told me at that moment when I was nicely talking to her, I just got over COVID, and and I'm a nurse. I said, okay, where did you work? But she didn't get into it. My issue was, let's just work it out. Let's just work this dog issue out. I don't bother anybody. My dog don't come over. Your kids walk the dog and they poop on the lawn and they don't pick it up. I walk my dog, and if he's pooping, I pick it up. So let's just be neighborly. And at that moment, with the box, such force, just throw it down, I said that I sensed the hate, and it goes back. I guess I did something impulsive. I called her because she gave me her number and said, nurse to nurse, I didn't know you had an evil heart, because I remember twice I came and ring your bell and delivered a package to your husband, because he came to my house. And I don't know, maybe my heart is different from their heart. I don't hold grudges. I don't feel once I speak to you, that's it, it's over. But not a lot of people are like that. They are revengeful. So this situation may go further, because I just saw something by him doing that show me that there's some hatred. She didn't answer the phone call, which is fine. I deleted her number. That was foolish of me to try to reason. I was in the right frame of mind. With the goat, and it's been going on and going on. These goats coming, they're pooping on my lawn, and I'm cleaning it up. I have to go over there. Come get your goats. 5 goats in the subdivision. But they cannot control them. 5 goats coming over, tearing up my trees, eating food from my grass. Is it fear? For me to say again and again, they're getting bolder and bolder, passing my cars and going deeper, deeper, deeper. So I'm glad I got this fence. Yes, I call animal control on that one too. And when they drive up, they saw that the animals were right there in front of my door, in front of my car, keep going. Some were tearing up the tree. With this fence, before it wasn't an issue, I didn't want to do anything to the lawn, but now that I have a fence, I have a lot of great ideas to have a patio, to have dinner and everything, and I want to explore gardening, and I want you to join me. What I want to take away from this is, I decided to do this video because I don't know the outcome, what's going on, if there's a lot of animosity. I am safe in my own home, and I can say I feel safe in the neighborhood. But then again, I'm outnumbered, and I'm outnumbered by the blues, and I'm hoping and praying that it won't turn out, that we can resolve it. And the only way we're going to resolve it, like I've been always doing, keep to myself. But I don't know the mindset of other people. So I wanted to come out and said, dealings with nurses, they're traumatized. The husband not working, they go to work, you have people giving you orders, you feel like no one respect you, and you don't want to listen because at home there's situation there. It's just a lot of things going on, and you're expected to do a lot. They're working with nothing and expect perfection. That's what the employer, perfection. And I feel like the agency, the travel agency, the local agency, they're part of the problem. They're part of the major problem, because what they'll do is tease you with these rates and reel you in, and then when they get you, they switch bait. Oh, that position was filled for such and such, but we have one for $28. Bingo! If you a fool, then you take it. But you don't see no fool here. And I'm to the point where I just say, I'll call you back. I'll call you back. Don't ever, I learned from the best. And Veronica, what she told me, don't give your labor away, Patrice. I was giving my labor away, taking that $20 going into California, because this was my first time dealing with those people, those nurses, knowing that they making way more, but they thinking me as a travel nurse making more, but they making $80 an hour. Travel nurse don't pay. I don't care what nobody tells you. It don't pay. The other day, I did a review on an agency. And so they called me, and they wanted me to go back to New York. Only certain people have New York license. And you have to have like 2 years of nursing at least before New York accept you to work in their state, because you could easily get yourself in trouble and lose your license in New York. Anyway, that's besides the point. So I was going to go because it was a different hospital. Psych, hey, I could hang, and they have a correction. Hey, I could do that. So when they told me the rates, and they got the nerve to tell me that I got to find my own housing. I got to find my own housing and transportation to and for to work. And the job is in Manhattan. So tell me where to find housing in Manhattan as a travel nurse. How much it's going to cost me? $2,500 was for housing that they were going to give me. And I hate when they break it up like that. Just give me the hourly rate. Give me a high hourly rate. And let me find, if you want me to find my housing, give me a high hourly rate. And maybe I could catch in a basement somewhere, or out underneath the bridge for $100. No, for $2,500. Hello. Uber alone, Lyft alone is going to cost that. And you know what I told them? I had to tell them. Find you a local New York nurses. because you don't want nurses that's going to travel, because they don't even know. I don't even know, to be honest, where to find an apartment in New York. I don't. So they're the problem. They cause the traumatization of nurses. That's my personal opinion. I'm not going to let this video go. I just want to come out of here and tell you I'm back in action. I'm traumatized. I was traumatized. I'm still traumatized. And I've just been chilling at home until I find a position that I like. Incidentally, a lot of people asked me in the comment about starting a nursing agency. And I wanted you to, if you want me to do